Hello there, it's Samantha. So today I'm coming to you with my October and November wrap up. And I'm doing this vlog style, which basically means I'm filming on my phone and I'm filming with no makeup on because I have loads of work that I should be doing right now, but instead I thought, you know what? I need to film this video. I need to get a video up because it's been so long. It's been so long since I last posted a video and I am sorry, but it's been a busy time. I joined a sport this year, so I have been doing that. So it's been a busy time. I've got lots of work to do, lots of deadlines coming up. So I just really haven't had that much time, and I've been in a reading slump, so I haven't been reading a lot. So yes, but I have some books to talk about a little bit that I've read in October and November-ish. But most of them have been for this one module that I have. I'm doing a literature module this semester, which means I have required reading, which I hate required reading. I don't know why, but my brain is just like, no, let's not read that. And I pretty much always hate all of my required reading. Even if it's actually like a good book, I'll still hate it because I don't want to do it. Anyway, that's a lot of rambling. Let's just get into it. So, in October, I read one book for enjoyment and one book for class. So, two books. The one book that I read for enjoyment was P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. This is the sequel to All the Boys I've Loved Before, which I read in September. And by read, I mean reread, because I'd already read that once in 2017. It's only been a year since I first read this series, but I love it so much. So I decided to reread the sequel. And yeah, this one is good, but it's not as good as the first one. So I ended up only giving this a 4 out of 5 stars, which is the same as the first rating I gave it when I first read it last year. And it's good, it's a fun time, but it's just like not as good as the first one or the third one in my opinion. If you haven't read the series, like I would definitely recommend it because it's so much fun. Also, the movie is fantastic. I have seen the movie 5 times. It came out in August and I've seen that movie 5 times. It's quite ridiculous really, but it's just like my happy place. Like every time I'm feeling pretty down, I just put on To All the Boys I've Loved Before and I just look at Noah Centineo being beautiful and I'm like, oh. No, I love that movie so much. Although it's making me feel sad because I am as single as they come. So yeah. Anyway, this was a good book, but not as good as the first one. The other book that I read in October was Drown by Junot Diaz. This is a collection of short stories which won the Pulitzer Prize. This was for my module. I'm doing this module on what's it called? Latino literature in the United States. So it's about people who have a Hispanic background who have moved to the United States and about kind of their struggle of trying to fit in and all that stuff. It's a very interesting module. I can relate to a lot of it because for the longest time, I didn't really feel like I completely fit in here in the UK. And there are some things which I still not 100% fitting in with, but for the most part I do. And obviously I don't have the exact same struggle. I'm not saying my struggle is nearly as difficult as the struggles in the books that I've read, because it definitely isn't, but I can relate to some degree. But I did not like these short stories. I only read 2 of them, so I didn't even read the whole thing, but they were really boring. I have no idea why it won the Pulitzer Prize. I don't understand, but that's my feelings on that. The next book that I read took me a whole month to read. That was another one for my module, and that was How the Garcia Girls Lost Their Accents by Julia Alvarez. This book is not that great. I did not enjoy it very much. I have tabbed it a lot though because I'm going to be doing my essay on this one, I think. But yeah, there's a lot to say about it in terms of machismo and racism, and this actually follows a rich family. The rich family live in the Dominican Republic, but then when they moved to the United States, they're not as rich, so it's kind of different. This was an interesting to read in terms of that it's people who have a wealthier background, whereas a lot of the other ones were people dealing with poverty in both aspects of where they live. But yeah, it was interesting. Not great though. I didn't give it a rating because I didn't like it, but I actually finished it cover to cover, which rarely happens with me and required reading. The next book that I read, I still haven't finished. I have 100 pages left and I'm struggling. And that was Almost a Woman by Esmeralda Santiago. This is a memoir about her life. She moved from Puerto Rico to the United States, to New York to be specific, and this is about her journey there. She went to a performing arts school. It's all about that. I feel bad saying, oh, these books are so boring, but like this was quite boring. The good thing about this though is that even though it is the memoir, it does read like prose, so yeah, that made it slightly easier, but it still takes me like twice my normal reading speed to get through this. That's why I haven't read the last 100 pages, because that's probably going to take me 200 minutes to read, and I don't want to do that, but I have to. I really have to finish this. So those are all the books that I have read almost to completion, because I haven't completely finished Almost a Woman, but I've also started other books. I've started rereading Always and Forever Lara Jean. I'm on page 62. I love this book, and when I read it I could relate so much, so I will finish this at some point. I am enjoying it. I love it, but it's just taking me a long time. Another one that I started rereading Vicious. Ow! I started rereading Vicious back in September before Vengeful came out, and I still haven't finished this or gone to Vengeful, so that's terrible. I'm on page 25, but hopefully I can read these two books really soon because I want to get them done. And then I have two books that I'm hoping to get to very soon. One of them I absolutely will, like I'll probably start it today. The other one I want to get to because it's for fun. But one of the books is the last one for that module I was talking about, which is The Aguero Sisters by Cristina Garcia. Don't know what this one's about. I've heard it's really boring though, like very dense, and that sounds really boring, but I have to have finished it by next week. And something I'm dying to get to, like I pre-ordered this. This is one of my most anticipated reads of the year. I still haven't got to it. Is What If It's Us by Adam Silvera and Becky Albertalli. This book came out on like mid-October here in the UK, and it's now the end of November and I still haven't read it. Why? Because of the fucking required reading, putting me in a reading slump. I hate it so much. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So many books, so little time, so much other stuff going on. I've got more of a social life this year. I know what, it's crazy. I actually talk to humans. Crazy times. Things are crazy. Things are wild. And now it's almost Christmas and I've got things to do. And oh my god, my birthday is soon, which means I'm gonna be old. I'm not gonna be a teenager anymore. I'm actually having a bit of a crisis about turning 20, so I know it's ridiculous, and like people who are like in their 30s are gonna comment on this and be like, you're an idiot. You're just gonna be 20. It's no big deal, but it is a big deal. As I said, I'm a very busy person at the moment, so I shouldn't be sitting here with like 3 stacks of books around me. So I'm gonna go and get on with my homework. And that was all. Thanks for watching. This video is a mess, but you know, it's real. It's what's going on in my life right now. I'm a busy person, so we're just dealing with this. Anyway, that is all. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give a thumbs up. If you're here, feel free to subscribe down below. I'll hopefully have a video up soon-ish. But yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye!